This is the worst character in Tekken 8, 100%. And this is how the character is going to stay now for 6 months up to a year.
And who do you think about bottom 3?
Bottom 3 is Jun,
Jun,
Devil Jin,
Devil Jin,
and Reina.
Reina. What? Seriously?
Trash character.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. Panda, Asuka, 하나가 Devil Jin.
팬더, 레오,
Devil Jin. Devil Jin, Panda, Devil Jin, Asuka. Devil Jin, Lars, and maybe because of the nerfs, I think Devil Jin, Panda, and Asuka is 3. Probably like Leroy, Panda.
Leroy, 팬더,
Devil Jin.
Devil Jin. Go hard. 팬더,
Maybe Asuka. Devil Jin.
Devil Jin.
Yeah, no one likes Devil Jin, man. I feel sad for Kodans.
Round 1. Fight. You win.
So what does make Devil Jin worse than the other characters, especially the Mishimas? Well, if you take a look at this chart, Jin has better space control and pokes, Kazuya has better 50-50 and counter hit, and Reina has better stance mix-up and pressure, while Devil Jin over here only has setups and gimmicks. Oh, it seems that it changed to everyone having better tools, while Devil Jin has a launching Hellsweep and down back 1+2. Anyways, on one side, when playing Devil Jin, I just feel like you have so few options to do in neutral because his fundamentals are so bad. And on the other hand, getting hit with gimmick after gimmick is probably not too fun to deal with. And whenever you play a different Mishima, you can feel the difference in power compared to Devil Jin. But now with these listed changes for him, both his playstyle and his identity will be better defined. Because right now, he's more of a rushdown mix-up character. But I want to go for more of a close range poke character. Someone who builds up lots of gray health from combos and chip damage and then pokes that gray health out of them. And as Devil Jin's first big change, back 4-2-3, now wall splats, because it may not look like it, but this is actually a tracking move. And you kinda need a tracking wall splat move that's mostly safe on block. In comparison with Kazuya's down 4-1-4, Kazuya leads into a follow-up in open field but deals less damage at the wall and is punishable on block. But with Devil Jin's back 4-2-3, it's slower than its mid option, meaning you can fuzzy duck it and be punished. Except that back 4-2-1 can be delayed, so actually fuzzy ducking it may be difficult. It has come to my attention that back 4-2 doesn't track as well as I thought, so it's now an official tracking move. Okay, back to the video. This next change, however, is probably going to be the most controversial one, but CD 1+2 should always do the counter hit knockdown on any hit, as well as being only -5 on block, because for a move of 26, but more like 29 plus frame startup, the reward you get from this move was not worth it. But surely this move won't become a problem, it's like blocking a mid snake edge. And I say this as people get flashbacks to the old up for 4 Hellsweep mix-up. And now for probably the biggest change, however it's more of a quality of life change that will save your fingers. Instant while standing 3 no longer needs a special input, it's now just doing the regular while standing move from crouch dash. Like wow, amazing, one less guide you have to go through. Oh, and I guess it's -9 on block, so maybe my favorite Devil Jin player will use it. It being me of course. Now for CD3 changes. Its input now requires a down forward input, but don't hold it for too long or you'll get the low version of CD3. And it's also -4 on block and recovers 4 frames faster so you can do electrics and down for 1 pickups from CD3. Anyways, it's time for the changes that will actually impact Devil Jin. Down 3 now deals 3 more damage from 12 to 15 damage and is +1 on block, and down back 2 also deals 3 more damage from 15 to 18. Finally, to complement down 3, back 1+2 is +1 on block, but to improve it a little bit more, it's +8 on hit. All of this was done because these moves were lacking compared to their counterparts. Like comparing Devil Jin's version of these moves to the others, down 3 does the second least amount while it doesn't even high crush. Down back 2 does the least amount of damage and it's not even by a little bit, it's by 5 which is a lot. And back 1+2 wasn't even plus in the first place, so Devil Jin players had a hard time using it anyways. But I guess you know that he has a launching Hellsweep. Now for another set of major buffs. Down forward 1 is -3 on block, down forward 2 is -6 on block, and up forward 4 is -5 on block. Hopefully now Devil Jin can sidestep moves more often instead of just blocking, especially when these moves weren't even good in their respective places. Like down forward 1-2 is a counter hit combo that if you don't get the counter hit, they can still duck the high even on hit. Down forward 2 leads into the Morning Crow stance, and that stance isn't really good unless you get a counter hit. And up forward 4 is just worse forward 2 with more startup, but I guess it crushes low. However, that's not really worth it compared to being 3 frames faster while also chipping. And finally, the best change on this list. Down forward 2 and while standing 1-2 now do not knock back as far. It's more getting hit by the knee instead of blocking an electric sword at distance, meaning you can really use that +6 to good use instead of running in and getting launched. Now for the fun changes, because Devil Jin's 4 is now a magic 4 and it counter hit launches. But that's not all, it also tail spins them in the air with its recovery reduced by 1 in order to combo off of it. This change was done for a long range high that rewards you well, but doesn't send you into Morning Crow stance. It's definitely not because of jealousy or anything, not because all the other Mishimas get something on counter with their 4s while Devil Jin gets absolutely nothing while his is 17 frames long. Anyways, now for a real quick change. The new move, Morning Crow 1+2, an unblockable, untechable high grab that goes into Heaven's Door. It's 23 frame startup, knockdown on hit with -4 frames, dealing 12, then 15 damage for a total of 27. And is the high mid mix up Devil Jin needed that isn't locked behind heat. This move is countered by just ducking it and you will be able to get a launch out of it. It also loses the jabs when Devil Jin is at +11 but not at +14, but that isn't it. Another new move that's actually a returning move. It's the old down forward 1-2. For those who don't know, it's a counter hit combo. That's +3 on hit, -8 on block. However, it does 1 less damage from before being 14, and we had to change the input to down forward 1, down forward 2. But it's like Laser Scraper where you can hold any down input to get the old version. While the Tekken 8 version is still the same input, but just don't hold down. Last but not least, the most cooked change. I couldn't add in because I don't know the moveset editor that well, but certain laser moves on hit now will remove some gray health. Probably as much as the balcony break, which is like 15. The specific moves affected are 2+4 grab, forward, half circle forward, 1+2 grab, which no one will use because those grabs switch sides. The heat exclusive moves, forward 3, 1+2, up forward 3+4, 1+2, back forward 2, 1-4, 1+2, DD 1+2, 1+2, and now for all the niche moves, fly 1+2, fly forward 1+2, up back 1+2, sidestep 2 up, and the last of Devil Jin's 10 hit combo. Also, Morning Crow Heat Smash gets rid of all gray health, so that's cool. Maybe with all these changes, surely he can compete against characters like
I think Popeye will King,
King.
Yoshi,
Yoshi.
Ragnar,
Fair enough.
Fang,
Fang.
and Nina. Nina, Fang, Ragnar, Nina, Ragnar, Fang, Alisa,
Alisa.
and then Pacific Girls. And yeah, probably Yoshi. Ragnar, Fang,
King.
Nina, Alisa, Yoshi, Fang, Nina, Papa, Fang, Ragnar, Nina, Alisa, Jin. Nina, number 1, Fang, Nina, Alisa, Yoshi.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I think Nina,
Nina.
Paul,
4.
yeah, in there.
Fair enough. Thanks. Alisa out 5.
Ragnar, Fang, Alisa, Jin.
Jin.
Answer King.
At this point of the video, I'll be doing a more in-depth explanation. Hopefully with these changes, he has a lot more options now in neutral, poking at them with lows, mids, and chip damage with frame data good enough so that if you sidestep a move you can punish them. And then you either use heat or the same pokes to reduce their gray health, which sounds like a good plan, but I feel like there is a case for the launching Hellsweep. A pretty controversial move, however I believe it's probably the most balanced it's ever been, mostly because it can't even wall splat anymore, so it can't boost your damage by a lot. And even if it can do the most damage compared to all Hellsweeps, it also gives the most gray health, with Devil Jin's Hellsweep being about 50% gray health while the other ones that knock down are 30 to 40%. So in my mind you would want to use pokes to get that gray health down, even with moves like CD44. So there's a balancing act around this. There's Hellsweep with good damage but lots of gray health, and then there's the other lows with okay damage but removes gray health. And unlike before, now these lows actually do damage. Now about his mids, they're pretty good I think. His old Twin Lancer is a good poking tool. Back 1+2 is a good chipping move that is similar to Mishima's forward 4. And I see people say that he should get his old 4-4 back, but I believe that version of the move was too good for his character, because Devil Jin is all about his powerful highs and lows, but not really his mids. And even though I made CD 1+2 give a guaranteed hit on the ground, it's more like CD3, where the move is very unlikely to hit, but at least both of those moves can chip. Basically, all of his mids are low impact, with some important ones having good frame data, allowing for potential sidestepping. Now for his Morning Crow stuff, that stance before was awfully limited, only being good in combos and mixing up a trigger happy opponent with Morning Crow 1 and Morning Crow 2-2. But now with an unblockable high grab, it makes your opponent actually fear a mix-up. And it ends with Heaven's Door, which is good Oki, but you can't spam Morning Crow on wake up. or you'll get kicked in the face. Before ending this, I guess I should talk about Devil Jin's Magic 4, which feels good to be rewarded for using that move, instead of just getting the same knockback as before. And since it was the slowest at 17 frames, it seems to make the most sense to give it the best reward. And with the move also chipping, and being -5 on block, it goes from an okay attack to a great attack, with it all circling back to Devil Jin's identity where his highs and lows are powerful. And the case with 4 tail spinning, I did that for fun, and the more I played with it, the more broken things became, because it would raise his combo damage by a lot. And I'm pretty sure it was like 5 to 10 damage difference from Devil Jin's bread and butter combos, which is pretty dumb, and probably the most unnecessary change made on this list. But I like it because it hits like another electric that you can combo from, since doing while standing 3 from 3 electric is frame perfect. And I'm pretty sure it's also an off-axis combo as well. But anyways, that's the end of the long tangent, so bye bye.